Y'all ready for this? Dun, dun, dun. I'm just kidding. Thank you for being patient. Aries, this is your weekly tarot card reading and astrology predictions for the zodiac sign of Aries, sun, moon, rising sign. I'm going to describe the energies to you, and wherever the energies resonate in your life, even if I use an example that's about one area of life, but it fits in a different area of life for you, that's your reading. So please apply it to that, guys. There's always an extended reading that I hope you guys will join me for. The links to it are down below in the description box. And for your convenience, I'll pin it to the top of the comment section as well. We're going to go over the astrology a little bit, Aries. Actually, I'll talk about the astrology throughout the video. But we start off with the central energy, basically me unraveling what the hell is currently going on. And then if anything pops out in the past, I will know that it is directly impacting what is happening today. And then we're going to go into the future. Brief announcement. I'm just going to talk your ear off for a second. Somebody was leaving timestamps below my videos. So this is when the reading starts. And I'm just letting you know, if I see it, I will delete it. And if you come back and do it again, I will delete you. I will block you from the channel. I have been on YouTube for 3.5 years now. I do know how to leave timestamps, and I will if I think that it enhances the viewing. It does not enhance the viewing. This is one whole message, and the message starts, like I have cards in front of me right now. I can see them, right? So it starts right away. It doesn't just start when I start showing you guys the cards. So whoever's doing that, I would ask that you please stop, because I really do intentionally build these readings in a specific order. And I understand that maybe everybody doesn't watch the whole video, though I do recommend that you do, because it's one whole message. But to leave a timestamp, I think, really almost dismisses the way that I build these readings. And I do it intentionally. You know, and this is a weird profession to have, but I do have it. You know, I do it for a reason. So I hope you guys will trust me and respect that wish. Now, moving on. This is a kind of challenging week for you guys. I'm not going to say it isn't. There's a lot of oppositions and squares. Mars is still square to Neptune. And for most of this week, Mars is going to be in opposition to Venus, Mercury, and the Sun. Now, all of that goes away by the end of the week. And there's a beautiful, wonderful, happy ending this week, which is, of course, the full moon. The moon will be conjunct Mars. And, of course, it's in opposition to the Sun, because all full moons are. But after that really rolls out, the oppositions really stop. And what a beautiful way to celebrate a full moon than to really be able to release anything that has basically been blindsiding you. Oppositions are tough because, unlike squares, you don't really understand them. You don't understand them enough to know what's wrong, what's going on. There's just constant rub. There's constant missing something or not being able to figure it out. So think about the things, especially, okay, Mars opposite Venus, issues within your relationships, that things have been going wrong or things have been challenging and you just didn't know where they were coming from or why. Maybe things were very challenging or getting really rough in terms of the way that you guys are speaking together, because Mars is in opposition to Mercury as well. So maybe saying things too quickly, talking too quickly, or just assuming that you know before you really do, or maybe somebody's treating you this way. But these are the challenges that are going to be coming up, right? Somebody speaks too soon, thinks they know when they don't, could be impacting those love relationships especially. But expect a very kind of dramatic energy this week, because that's what the astrology is giving you. It's a very dramatic energy. And it's tough. It's tough because you want to take action, but you want to take action on things that you don't understand. And it's like you want to fix things, but you don't know where things are going wrong. So I can give you the happy news that by this full moon, you'll be able to release all that stuff and things will have moved on and progressed enough for you to actually be able to get a little bit of actually release. It's going to be beautiful, but it's going to be challenging leading up to that. So now let's get into the cards. I do like to show you guys the cards. Hold on. We have the sun, starfish, open to infinite possibilities. This is so exciting because it's like the star card and it says, get ready for anything. So already right off the bat, it's telling me anything could happen this week, especially when it comes to your dreams, your wishes, and your aspirations. So don't try to do it intentionally. Trying to take action intentionally is not necessarily where it's at, but it's saying that surprise, things are going to come to you. So let them come to you out of the blue. This is actually really beautiful energy, and lay a solid foundation. Whether you know it or not, you have already begun what this dream is, what the dream that's coming to you. You've already been building on it. You've already been working. Now, if you have been building or arranging or doing something with your home, there's something here like I aspire, like I want it this way, right? This is my dream home. This is what I'm building out. This is what I'm prepping for. So it's actually coming out into functionality. This is whatever you have done slow and steady, whatever you've committed yourself to for like a while now, whatever, because this is Virgo energy. So this is whatever I've committed myself to for a while now. There's a sense of that coming out and that actually coming to fruition and being kind of manifesting into reality. You want things to go solidly. There could be some confusion with the astrology this week. There could be some confusion with language or a language barrier with the way that people are talking and you're not understanding. So be very careful to communicate effectively, or if you don't understand somebody, get somebody in that can understand somebody, because that's actually going to benefit you a great deal this week. See the big picture. So this is Taurus energy. This is also a sense of see the big picture. How much it gonna cost me? But no, mostly this means that you've committed yourself to something long term because you knew that out there on the horizon there was something beautiful. So we're starting to build the picture now of a long-term aspiration that you had. You actually starting to see it being possible, or see it being executed. It's actually physically manifesting into your life. In the past, this is really interesting. Learn from the past. Elephant spirit is in reverse, which it's in reverse, which means that you didn't really learn from the past. And maybe you refuse to learn from the past. There's a certain level of stubbornness here. And maybe that's a good thing, because there's something that just wasn't right or that was off. This could also be maternal energy. This could be very specific for certain people, but it could be like you didn't learn from, like, not learning or not wanting to repeat the mistakes of your parents, or but honestly, I gotta say, with the configuration, let me see, because I don't want to mess this up because it was so nice. With the configuration of cards, it's actually really beautiful. It's almost like a sense of you didn't let the past slow you down. You didn't let the past catch you up. And in some ways, you may have proven your parents wrong. Not that they were doing anything wrong to you, but there's a beautiful sense here of somehow it's like defeating family karma. Right? Learn from the past. We're going to get specific because I do really want to know, why is this card in reverse? It has to do with something that you kept doing. You kept making the same mistake. What is this? What is this specifically? What does this card mean? Okay. All right. We got something here. Strength and Page of Cups. This is about loving somebody, or the power of love. And it's almost like in some ways you didn't learn, or you haven't maybe you're holding a torch for somebody from the past, even if you're happily married now. This could be a sense of you're remembering the past better than it was. So you're not remembering things the way they used to be. You're actually fantasizing. But because it involves people and situations that you actually live through, you think it's real. Now remember, Neptune is square to Mars right now. So it's almost like you're bringing up the past in a way that is ideal. not the way that it ever really was. And it has something to do with you think you really loved somebody, or a relationship that you're giving more credit to than it was actually worth. I'm not saying that everything went wrong, but there's a strong sense of learning, like thinking that you love somebody for the wrong reasons. That's kind of what it is. You're remembering it weird. You're remembering it better than it was. So we do that a lot. We're humans, right? We do that a lot where we remember things better than they actually were, right? And I think when you see that, and when you finally realize that, is when you can actually get on with the reality of like making your present situation really beautiful. There is an offer here, a strength. It's almost like learn from the past, but you haven't learned from the past to love better, to love stronger. This has been a challenge for you. It's not a criticism by any means, Aries, but it's just, it's a revelation. I think that's what it's being being posed. It's almost like waking up one day and seeing that what you wanted was right before you. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you didn't see that because all you were doing was idealizing something from your past, thinking, oh, this is how it's supposed to look, or this is how it's supposed to go, or this is how it's supposed to be, and that's bullshit. It's not supposed to be any of those ways. It's supposed to be what's right in front of you. And I think that you have something in front of you that's even better than anything you'd ever dreamed in the past. And this is the week where it's almost like the past and the future collide, and you're finally able to see that. The stand gets really touchy, so let's get out the moon card, because let's go deeper with this, because this is really interesting. Like, why is this coming up? I'll tell you why. Because Mars and Venus are in opposition right now. And so there is some shit that you were almost like blindsided by. It was almost like you had blinders on. You didn't see it. There was something there that you didn't realize. Now, this could be a very good thing. It doesn't have to lead to something bad. It could be finally you realize, oh, why did I see it that way? You know, or maybe somebody else is recognizing that. Okay, stop. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. This could be a friend that becomes a lover. There's a start here on something, right? Like a friendship that develops beyond, or a friendship that develops out of love. Balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. So these are two energies that are affecting Mars a great deal. This is a sense of Pisces energy. That's that Neptunian energy. That's that square. It's like that maybe feeling defeated, or seeing things the way they weren't, or having taken action without really knowing, right? This is a sense of starting to recognize or realize that, manifesting into the truth that's coming up a little bit into the future. Like figuring out how to balance your fantasies with reality, and more than anything, almost like magically being able to finally see your fantasies for what they really are, right? See your fantasies how they're really supposed to look, like, or what the fantasy looks like once it's been translated into reality, and also see the fantasy for sometimes just being a fantasy, and recognize, oh, it's just a fantasy. We have begun. Please let us go deeper. Bring love into the situation and balance spirituality and practicality. What does this mean? Let's keep going. I want to know more. The Sun card. Remember, Mars is in opposition to Leo too. So there is some sort of challenge of destiny, of courage. But it's success. It's saying happiness and abundance and everything that you really want. And I'm going to say this, and I don't mean to diminish the rest of the reading, but up until this point, it's almost like waking up and realizing that what you've wished for is right in front of you. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Knight of Pentacles is here. It's almost like waking up and realizing that what you've wished for or who you've wished for was there right along. You know, there's somebody that has been there for the longest time, over the test of time. This is also success in career. Can I say that? Let's back up a little bit. Outside of the realm of intimate relationships, this is success in career. You're going to be offered a really good job. This is it. This is it. And I think in some ways, that's going to be the challenge even with career too. Like I said, always say, apply the energy how it resonates. This sense of, this is what I want to be. This is what I want to be. This is what I want to be. Okay. It's not that like the universe is arguing with you. But sometimes you don't leap right there. You have to take some stepping stones to get here. And you were saying no to a situation. Oh, no, because that's not really what I want. That's not really what I want. Say yes to the situation because it's God trying to take you to where you really want to go. I know it's not what you really wanted right now, but there's a sense of you're about to take a next step toward your ultimate goal. Take that step. That next step is about to come in for you. I don't know what that means for you guys or to you guys, but the next step in something that you have been working on for a while is going to come. Aries, please. Aries is going to come to you. Now we have an interesting card here that sits on top of the Page of Cups and the Strength, and that is wealth. Now, this does not look like money to me. It looks like a wedding ring, and it was on its side. So there is a sense of maybe not being able to pull something off that your parents couldn't pull off if they had difficulty or trouble in their marriage, or just getting in debt, a lot of financial obligation. There's a sense of you haven't wanted to think about it. You haven't wanted to face it. You haven't wanted to look at it. So it's basically being able to find a way out of that as well. There is some sort of job being offered that offers you much more than just the job itself. So an opportunity, it's like an opportunity beyond just the functionality of the work. That's really interesting too. Knight of Pentacles is also slow and steady. So you have been working on something very slowly, very steadily for a while. So where does this take us is what I think I really want to know. Take me where Aries is going. 10 of Swords. There's a complete ending. There's a complete finish. There's a complete done. It's over with. 2 of Pentacles. You know what's going to be over? Struggling with money. I know, dude, I got horrified too. Just a second. I got horrified too. It was like, what's ending? What the fuck is ending? These juggling. The juggling act with money is about to end. I'm glad I kept shuffling. It's the juggling act with finances and money that's about to end. Or like something that was off or making you feel unstable when it came to Page of... There's something here with regards to something that you committed yourself to in the past that you haven't wanted to think about, some sort of financial obligation or something like that, that now it's almost like that's finished, that's over with, that struggle and that juggling act has come to an end, and it seems to be a really good thing. So it's like you're free. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. So there's a sort of like lightning flash of luck this week, but it's not really luck because the Wheel of Fortune isn't luck. Fortune and luck aren't the same thing. Luck is kind of random. It's a gift of the gods. Fortune is something that you've worked for that finally comes to fruition. And well, now I'm very fortunate. You're very fortunate because you never gave up. So something about your hard work makes a major milestone breakthrough when it comes to especially something that has been worrying you, that you've been struggling with, that you've been carrying with you for a long time, maybe even owing somebody money or somebody owes you money. It comes to you at just the right time. And I mean, just at just the right time. So, okay, where do we go? Let's go and see how this is going to impact specifically different aspects of your life. The link is below. Let's go to the extended, guys. I'll see you there.